My name's Terray Sylvester, and I always like to say I have 3 letters behind my name, MBA, and I worked really hard to get those letters. But I have 3 more important letters, MOM. I'm Amanda's mom, and Amanda's our daughter. She's 23 years old, and she's 21 months in recovery from an IV heroin battle. And that's how we came into this cause, is because of her and trying to help her get her life back. So the way that we found out is I got a phone call from my mom. It was on a beautiful Saturday morning. I was driving down Mackinac Road, not too far from where I work and where I live, and she said, she was screaming, "I can't wake Amanda up. Papa can't wake Amanda up. There's a needle on the bed," and we called the ambulance. And I just couldn't comprehend what was happening. And the ambulance left and we drove to the hospital. And when we got there, they put us in this little room, tiny office kind of a room, and they said, "Your daughter overdosed on heroin." And we were just stunned. We were stunned. She was a smart kid and she hid it very well, and we knew that she was struggling with something, but we did not know she was addicted until the day that she overdosed. So when we found out that she was suffering with substance use disorder, we didn't know anything about it at all. And so we didn't tell anybody. We were embarrassed by it, we were ashamed by it, we thought we did something wrong. Every decision that you ever made for her life, you second guess, is that where we made a mistake? And none of it's where we made a mistake. And for us to get to that point probably took about 2 years before we stopped blaming ourselves, before we were embarrassed by it, before we understood that addiction is a chronic relapsing brain disorder. And some people are prone to it because of their genetic disposition. And so I'm an educator. I teach at the college level, and so I think education is never a bad thing. And so I got educated. I read a lot. We went and got counseling ourselves, and I will tell you that took about 3 tries before we found somebody who actually knew specifically about substance use disorder and how to help us, but we got educated in it. And once we were educated, then we weren't ashamed and embarrassed anymore, because the stigma is huge. That's why people don't talk about it. We're afraid to tell people because we're afraid of the judgment that will come our way. And so last fall, a colleague of mine here at campus, she shared with me a story that had happened in her family, and I shared my family story with her, and we just decided it would almost be a dereliction of duty not to start educating people. I know me, I know my husband, I know we're great parents, I know my daughter, she's an amazing person. And so whoever wants to judge me outside of who doesn't know me, I can't care and I can't stay silent, because every day in the paper we're reading that more and more kids are dying.